Welcome to my new channel, Cooking with the Wing King. My name is Olu Babylona, former professional basketball player, now cooking. I've always been cooking, even when I was playing ball. You ask teammates about me, I used to feed the whole team. They always used to come over to the house, and I was always the feeder. Every man in my family has been the cook, so I'm just continuing the legacy, I guess. But I'm doing it in public because what I've learned in my time is a lot of these chefs, they put out all these cooking shows and they keep secrets, they hide things. And I know all those secrets, and I'm going to give them all out.
Baby, we all got secrets. It's okay.
I used to keep secrets myself, but due to the pandemic, life is short. You never know how long we've got. So while I'm on this earth, I'm going to keep all the secrets that I know and all the secrets that I've learned from other chefs in your favorite restaurants, because I've worked in them all. I've worked in pretty much every restaurant in the UK as an intern, just picking up game, learning things. Didn't want any payment, didn't take any payment. It's just so I could learn things so that I could bring the truth as opposed to the fake. Right? So first of all, it's very hot over here. The UK is never this hot, but it's really warm, so I figured we'd shoot outside. We was gonna go in the kitchen, but due to the weather, and we was able to get some electricity outside, we're gonna cook outside. So the first dish I'm gonna show you is chicken wings, yeah? My favorite, my signature dish, what everyone knows me for. So there's a ton of different things we could do to make sure that what we're doing is superior, yeah? I call myself the Wing King because I feel like my wings are the best. So in order for them to be the best, I can't just say it, I can, in my opinion, prove it. And I can show you different tricks, different tips that you can do, which I'm sure you've not seen nowhere else, yeah? That will make your wings taste different. And they're all little things, minor things, just different tweaks. But if you integrate them into your cooking, especially in this case chicken wings, I feel like you will see a big difference, yeah? So, the first thing, my company is called the Wing Kings, and our slogan is food for your soul, right? Soul food. So, if you've got kids or something, or if you're cooking in a rush, it's no good. Your soul's not in it. You're cooking just to feed the kids. You're cooking just to feed whoever you're trying to feed. You need to enjoy the experience. Take your time with it. Now, again, if you do have kids, times when you're in a rush to cook food, that food should have already been cooked a long time ago. So let's say you know tomorrow is going to be a busy day after school when the kids are running and whatever. That food should have been cooked and in the freezer. Things like lasagna, shepherd's pie. These things you can cook on a relaxing Sunday afternoon. You can cook it then, portion it off, let it cool down, freeze it. So then during the week, when the kids do come in, take it out the freezer in the morning, and then by the time it's ready to go to eat, it's just a matter of throwing it in the oven. Frees up your time too, yeah? So there's no point in rushing around the kitchen trying to feed anybody thinking that you're gonna create something as good as potentially you could, right? So always cook in comfort. I like to cook sometimes. I enjoy a little bit of wine. Sip on it as I get the food ready. That helps me to relax and calm down and just enjoy what I'm doing, right? Chicken wings. There's a ton of things you can do to make yours different to the rest, right? The first thing I would always say is anytime you go anywhere and your wings are doused in sauce, I don't have confidence in whoever cooked that chicken. Because to me, the sauce will kill all the flavor. So if there's no flavor there, then they're going to just throw the sauce on. Anytime you buy wings from me, you notice that the sauce is either on the side or it's a small amount. That's done by design. That's not because I'm being tight with my sauce. It's because I want you to taste the chicken wing. If you want more sauce, you can order more sauce. But I'm not going to just douse your wings in sauce because I need you to taste the flavor of the wing, right? So, in here, we got, I think, 20 chicken wings, right? Whole. Now, what a lot of places will tell you to do is they'll tell you to season your chicken overnight or 3 to 4 hours. You don't want to do that. That's bad. That's wrong, in my opinion, right? You do want to season them, but you don't want to season them with a seasoning of salt, right? They always say that salt draws out moisture. You don't want salt to draw. You don't want the salt to draw out the moisture of your chicken. Excuse me. So when you season your chicken overnight, you want to season it with veg and herbs, right? So in here is onion, red onion. Red onion for me is the best for this recipe. Garlic, red pepper, and trust me on this one, Scotch bonnet chilies, right? Now those are very, very hot. If you've ever had chicken wings from me, I guarantee you that it's been seasoned with Scotch bonnet chilies and you've not tasted the heat. All you've tasted is the fruit from it, right? If you put your chicken wings in Scotch bonnet, it won't get hot, like spice-wise. You just get the fruitful flavor from the chili. Trust me, right? I serve these wings for kids and it's not too spicy for them, right? I swear by it. Also, with the Scotch bonnet, trust me on that. Cut it up, put it in the chicken, leave it overnight. When you're ready to cook the chicken, take it out of Scotch bonnet, take it out of all the onions and all the herbs, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys how to cut a chicken wing. You should be able to cut a chicken, a whole chicken, without going through any bones, right? If you was to buy a whole chicken and you wanted to break it down, you can cut the wings off, cut the breasts off, cut the thighs off, cut the drumstick off. There's no bone to cut through, just cartilage, right? So while I've got these wings already cut, I just thought I'd show you one wing here. You should feel it. It's just bang in the middle there, and you just cut right through. Very simple. You've got more stress going through the skin than the cartilage. You shouldn't have to hack or anything or cut. It should just be very simple. That's cut right through. It's just the skin, yeah? So once you've cut through, that's that. Then I'll just add that to the wings, all right? So wings are cut, seasoned. Once that's done and you're ready to start cooking the chicken, that's when you want to introduce your seasoning salt, of which I'm obviously going to plug my own Wing King's Mama seasoning, right? This is everything you need. And the difference between this and the other seasoning salts is the other seasoning salts are really good, but you always need to add something like garlic powder or onion powder. This has more of those other things that you would normally add, so you can literally just use just this and nothing else. But try it. You can get it on the website, www.thewingkings.co.uk. Try it and let me know how you feel. Yeah, let me know if you feel like it needs a bit more, whatever, and I'll take it into consideration as I make it myself. Okay? All right. So you want to take the wings out, put them into a bowl. Right. Make sure you want to get all the onions and everything, all the veg and the herbs off, because if you leave it on and you put it in the fryer, it's going to fry and it's going to burn. Right? You don't want it to burn. So take them all out. If you're cooking with a whole bunch of wings, you want to take them out individually just to make sure that there's absolutely nothing on it, because the flavor has been infused within the chicken. So you don't need any of the veg on it. All right. So once they're all out, the next thing to do is you want to make sure you coat them in egg. All right. The egg will act as a glue to the flour, which we'll get into in a minute. I need my sweat rag. So this UK heat's like Florida or something. It's not. Once they're all out, you just need one egg. One egg for about 20 to 25 wings. All right. Crack the egg. Right. Get it in. Get the shells out. And then make sure you mix the egg within the chicken very well. If you're good at tossing, pause, then do what you gotta do. But make sure that the chicken is fully mixed in with the egg, okay? As I said, the egg will mix in, will work as a glue to the flour. So in here we have 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of corn flour, and then in here, I've got a herb mixture. So what you don't wanna do is, you don't wanna put any seasoning salt in the flour. You want to season the chicken. I don't understand all these companies and restaurants and people and chefs that season the flour and not the chicken. I find that very, very odd. You need to season salt the chicken. The chicken needs to have the flavor of the seasoning salt, and the flour will have the flavor of the herbs and black pepper. Alright? So for every 15 to 20 chicken wings, you need 1 tablespoon of seasoning salt. I would suggest obviously Mama seasoning, but whatever seasoning salt's your favorite, every 15 to 20 chicken wings, 1 tablespoon, alright? Now, my measuring game is on point, so I know that's about a tablespoon for sure, alright? In future videos, we can put it to the test and I'll show you. Okay? So, once you season your chicken and it's ready to go in the flour, get your herbs. This is parsley, thyme, and chives. Alright? A tablespoon of each. Throw that in the flour. This flour already has, I told you it's got corn flour in it, and it already has cracked black pepper fresh. I've cracked the black pepper in there already. A tablespoon is good for sure. Alright? Once that's done, you want to throw the chicken in. Get all the wings in. The wings are fully seasoned in the seasoning salt. Then you want to cover it up. I'll take this off. I'm going to be honest with you. I never have the lid for none of my Tupperware. This is for camera. Usually, I just use cling film. But, I don't know. I was watching another YouTuber and apparently, this isn't me, but he said black people don't have lids for Tupperwares. They've only got Tupperwares and they've lost the lids. So, I'm going to prove him wrong. So I bought one special for today. Alright? Okay, so, once that's fully mixed up, you want to make sure that you've gotten into all the crevices of the chicken. And the crevices usually, on this wing, I keep the tip on, because some people prefer that part. So the crevices will be in there, right? So you want to make sure that that's fully covered in flour, which it is, but if it's not, all you gotta do is just pick up some of the flour and just put it on top, push it in, and it'll be fully incorporated, alright? My son is here and he's hungry and he's waiting for chicken. So these have to be good, alright? So once your oil is at temperature, you turn your fire on and you need it to be between 180 185 temp. Once it's up to temperature, you want to drop the wings in, alright? Drop them in one by one. Now, in these fryers, the most you probably get in is about 20. You don't want to over stuff it, right? You want to put in what can go in and be fully incorporated in the wings. There should be nothing left out of the oil. So, as we put them all in, one by one, there's a few important steps, but the main one is, once they're in, you have to leave them, let them set. If you put them in and you start mixing them crazy, you're going to lose the batter. And you don't want that, alright? Because you've worked really hard on the batter with mixing the flour and the corn flour and the pepper and the herbs in there. You don't want to lose that, alright? Get them all in and leave them. Let them set, let them fry. Already I can smell the mama seasoning, and I'm getting a strong dose of the herbs that we put in seasoned flour. Alright, okay, those are all in. Man, those need to be in there for a good, between 15 and 20 wings, you want a good, I would say 10 to 15 minutes. So while that's in there, you can start to do things like clear up and prep, get ready. The next video we do is going to be sauces. Alright, I'm going to show you all my secret sauces, all the seasonings we use to make ranch sauce, buffalo sauce, blue cheese, sriracha mayo, sriracha ranch. I'm giving everything out. I'm holding nothing back. Today though, we have the homemade blue cheese, which is right here. Alright, which is really lumpy and fresh. I made that last night. Blue cheese needs a night. When you make the blue cheese, you need to let it sit overnight. If you make blue cheese and you use it straight away, it tastes okay, but you can tell that it's just been made. If you give it a night, the next day, you can really all the flavors amalgamate, you know, the vinegar, the things that go into it to make it nice. And then here's our buffalo sauce. So I don't coat my wings in the blue cheese, but I do in the buffalo sauce. Again, I'll show you that recipe on the next video. But today's wings will be, we'll put them in a little bit of buffalo, and we'll have the blue cheese on the side. Okay. These wings, they took about 15 minutes. Once the wings look ready and are nice and golden, give them about another 5 minutes, alright? Because obviously it's chicken, poultry, you don't want to mess around. You can get the thermometer if you want and make sure that it's almost at 75 degrees, 80 degrees Celsius, but it's just a lot of work.
So, working hard or hardly working?
Just make sure that they're fully cooked all the way through, alright? Take them out the oil, take them out the fryer. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna coat some of these in the buffalo sauce, which on the sauce, I'm gonna have, again I told you I'm gonna have a sauce session. I'm gonna show you guys all my sauces, right? And remember at the beginning I said, not too much sauce, okay? Because I want you to taste the wing. But if it's not enough sauce, you can always add some more, right? So, grab a couple of these wings. Get them nice and coated. A little bit more sauce, just a little bit. That's good. Buffalo Wing King's chicken wings for a fancy touch. Possible. That's it. That was a Wing King's wings recipe. Secrets, all the secrets. The main secrets being how you season the chicken the night before with no seasoning salt, but herbs and veg. Seasoning it with the seasoning. So you can season it. You can season it with the seasoning salt right before you fry it. With that seasoning, with mama seasoning, right? Sometimes they say 2 to 3 hours before. Mama seasoning, you can throw it on right before you fry. You ain't got to do the hour or two, right? You won't need to do that because you've already done the overnight herbs and spice thing. Herbs and veg thing, right? So keep the seasoning salt away from the chicken until you're ready to fry it. Use your veg, right? To get that incorporated into the chicken meat. And then when you do season the chicken with the seasoning salt, you want to season the chicken and not the flour. The flour gets the dried herbs. The dried herbs, you can just go with Italian dried herbs, yeah? And a little bit of salt if you want, and definitely fresh cracked pepper, all right? So, that's the first episode. Thank you guys for watching. I want you guys to like, subscribe. I want us to grow together and get a whole ton of people watching. And then let's get all these other chefs mad because I'm giving away all those secrets. All right? Thank you.